What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. And today, the Hornets finally made a move. We actually did something. We re-signed Miles Bridges. Now, the deal might have been something that some people weren't expecting. 1 year, $7.9 million deal. Basically a prove it deal. Like, hey, bro, show us you still got it. Clutch Sports. I really, me personally, I really don't think it was too much Miles. I think it was Clutch. Rich Paul, we know how he is, bro. He was trying to get that bag, and the Hornets were like, bro, we're not gonna pay you as if it's 2021. It's not. You haven't played in the whole year, and we got to see what you can still bring to the table, and show you can prove it on and off the court. So there's that, and they agreed on qualifying offer, so he's going to be an unrestricted free agent next year. Now, what that means is any team can, he can sign with any team he wants to. Hornets can't match. But the Hornets do retain his bird rights, basically meaning we can go over the cap to sign him, no matter really what the amount is. We can go over the cap to sign him, and we can give him more than any other team can when you retain players' bird rights. You can give them more, so we can give him like 8% more than any other team, and that might not seem like a lot, but once you're talking about, you know, 8 9 figure deals, 8% is a lot. So personally, I think he wants to be in Charlotte. I think he's always wanted to be in Charlotte. But you never know, once a player hits those unrestricted free agency and people start throwing numbers, you never know. Now, with that being said, I'm very happy that he's back. At the end of the day, the Hornets are trying to be a playoff team this year, and we need Miles Bridges to do that. So it is what it is. Now, the thing is, this whole PJ Washington, Grant Williams situation, how we make that work. Now, obviously, we saved money on Miles Bridges, but even if we did sign him to like 17, 18, 20, regardless, we could sign him and PJ, still get somebody with the mid-level exception, and still get somebody with the biannual exception. Like, no matter what, we could retain Miles and PJ, and we still could make moves. Now, with Grant Williams, I'm not opposed to it. Now, me personally, I think it's going to be Grant Williams and Miles and PJ. It's not a PJ or Grant situation. We're currently negotiating with both from what I've seen and heard. So, the thing would be, hopefully you think Miles can be the three, which I feel like he's the best at the three, PJ at the four, and then Grant Williams is backup four, and somebody who's kind of like JT Thor's role, but better. Now, I'm not surprised by this. I don't think we should be surprised by this. This is a young team that just drafted 4 more rookies. At some point, we have to start getting veterans in the building. It just is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, your whole team can't be 10 to 12 guys that were fucking in college or high school a few years ago. It just doesn't work like that. Everybody on your roster can't be under the age of fucking 22, 25. Like, I don't know, bro. We need people who know what they're doing, people who have been here. And somebody like Grant Williams, I mean, he's made deep runs with the Celtics, and he's a good 3-point shooter, good defend. He would be somebody who, boom, PJ goes to the bench and there's no real drop off. I would actually like the move, but I am surprised the way that we have neglected the backup point guard position. I personally am kind of surprised that we valued backup power forward more than we value backup point guard. I would have, rather have given the money to somebody like Dennis Schroeder, or, just somebody who could be a serious backup point guard, and then we let JT Thor play backup four, versus spending the money on the backup four and then, I don't know, Teo Maladon at backup point guard. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we think Nick Smith can handle it. I don't know. We'll see in Summer League how Nick Smith and Amari play, and if either one of them could possibly be the backup point guard. But anyways, man, Miles Bridges is back. It's official, and I think this does make us a serious team, man. It makes us serious, and it gives us depth. Something that the Hornets really need, because you got to think about it right now. I mean, to me, Um, Starting lineup: LaMelo at the 2, Terry. Now, something that I think is going to have to happen for this team to be as best as possible, Brandon Miller is going to have to get minutes at the 2. Um, in his introductory press conference, he said he feels more like a natural 3 right now. But for this team to maximize everybody, he's going to have to be at the 2. And Miles at the 3, PJ at the 4, Mark at the 5. Then off the bench, you have Teo Maladon or whoever we sign, or Nick Smith or whatever, the backup point guard. Then your backup shooting guard, at that point, boom, you got Terry Rozier, a 6-man of the year candidate at that point coming off the bench. Gordon Hayward as your backup 3, Grant Williams as your backup 4, Nick Richards as your backup 5. That's a good team. And I still haven't even mentioned Cody Martin, somebody who, is a part of this team as well. So I don't know, man. That could be pretty good. Now, thing is, Miles Bridges will be suspended for the first 10 games of the season. So, with that being said, for the first 10 games at least, the starting lineup is going to look different. How's it going to look? Don't know. And also, some people are saying, we're going to trade Miles. He's going to be somebody who could trade after the deadline before the deadline or whatever. So Miles has a veto trade clause in his contract. He can say no. So, yeah, it's not a no trade clause. It's a veto clause. So basically, saying if we're about to trade him to fucking OKC and that motherfucker doesn't want to go to the Thunder, he can say no. So, yeah, I would expect Miles to stay. And if he plays well, I'd expect us to sign him and keep the core together and trust that he can stay out of trouble. That's what I would expect for real. But anyways, like I said, man, I'm happy and I'm trying to figure out what this team is going to look like if we do sign PJ and sign Grant Williams. Trying to see what this rotation can look like. Because it's like, does Brandon Miller come off the bench all year? Do you start Brandon Miller and bench fucking Terry? I combined their names. PJ and Terry made TJ. Do you bring Terry off the bench? Do you trade Terry? Is Terry somebody who's going to respond well to possibly being benched? He just had the best year of his career last year. Is he going to respond to being well to being benched? With the type of money he's making, do you want him off the bench? So, I don't know, man. It really decisions when it comes to this rotation. But depth is a good problem to have. So, if we have LaMelo at the 1, I guess you could still start Terry and then bring Brandon off the bench. But, okay, so LaMelo, Terry, Miles, PJ, Mark. That's your starting 5. Then your bench is question mark because we really don't know who the fuck the point guard is going to be. Then at shooting guard, Brandon Miller, Gordon Hayward, Grant Williams, Nick Richards. That's a good bench. That's good depth. It's good depth. So, we could have a very, very, very solid 10-man rotation, and hopefully everybody can stay healthy. And, Steve Clifford's going to have them guys playing defense, and hopefully our three-point shooting could be pretty good because PJ can shoot, Grant can shoot, Brandon can shoot. We have guys out there that can shoot the ball. So I'm actually pretty excited. I haven't been this excited for a season in a minute. Now, I still honestly want us to sign a backup point guard. Teo Maladon, it's not going to be the end of the world if he is the backup point guard. He has played for the OKC Thunder before. He's played for us. He knows what he's doing, and he's gotten major minutes before in the NBA. So he knows what it takes. He knows, I'm not too worried about that. It's just the fact that, I want somebody better. I want somebody better, bro. I really would like Ayo Dosunmu. He's a restricted free agent, though, so I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'm about to wrap this up. I ain't going to keep it going for too long. Going to keep our eyes out, see if there's any more moves to be made. Obviously, we have to bring PJ back. That's something that I want done. So that video hopefully is dropping soon because hopefully we get that done soon. No other teams have really offered him. I haven't heard about any other teams being interested in him. So could be someone like Miles Bridges to where they don't really have as many suitors as they think, and we can get him for a good price. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.